The more I really think about it, The Masked Singer really is a thinking person's show. Really, I'm being dead serious on that one. I mean, you have to really pay attention to everything you see for every contestant that performs when it comes to, what clues they give out. And if you're not careful or you miss something, you are going to be completely thrown off. I mean, I know I was. Otherwise, I didn't even guess who ended up getting eliminated last night. Although, I think another reason, actually, what am I doing? I forgot to do the intro. Good morning and happy Thursday, everybody. Yes, it's Thursday. Last night, we had a new episode of The Masked Singer, which was fun, exciting, and I cannot wait to talk about it, so let's get into it. Where was I? Oh, yes. So if you've been watching The Masked Singer too, then you know that we are now in, a new group of contestants. They did Group A, which was the kangaroo, the turtle, the white tiger, the robot, the llama, and Miss Monster. Well, now we are in Group B, which consists of the banana, the frog, the kitty, the mouse, the taco, and the elephant. And the sad part is the elephant was the one who ended up getting eliminated. Which, honestly, one of the reasons why I didn't really want the elephant to go is because I really like the design. This is a really cool design for an elephant costume. I mean, by all accounts, all these designs of costumes are good, which really does add to the appeal of the show. But, normally when you would think of, elephant costume, you have, the staples, the long trunk, the big ears, big head, basically you would think this is sort of a bombastic sort of costume, but really it wasn't. I mean, you had those staples there, yeah, but it wasn't, again, in your face. I really like that. Really, it's a little subversion right there. So, yeah. Full disclosure, all of the performances were pretty good. Now we get into who the elephant really was. Well, some of the clues were involved, the White House. They involved something involving birds, which I'll get into in a second. Basically, the elephant ended up being legendary pro skateboarder Tony Hawk, which actually goes back into what I said earlier about really paying attention to see what you miss or don't miss, because, and I'm sure the clues for the elephant are on YouTube somewhere if you just look them up. If you were to look up, if you do find that and you look it up, you'll notice there wasn't a skateboard anywhere in the clues. Nowhere. Not one skateboard was in sight. And if there was a skateboard anywhere, it would have given him away. They were smart about what clues they had. Not gonna lie, that was it's pretty good. Yeah. So really love this show. Cannot wait until next week. So you're now down to, technically we're now down to 14 contestants because, four contestants are gone now. From now down to 18 to 14. And now each week up until late March, I believe, we'll be narrowing it down to the Super 9, which, okay, I like that. I probably said this the other day. I like the term the Super 9. I do. Pretty cool sounding title. But in terms of who's next or who's going out, I don't really know. I mean, who do I think is who? It's hard to say. I mean, again, I only saw one batch of clues from each of the contestants. And come to think of it, I just realized why they're going with the format they're going. 18 contestants, 6 in each, 6 groups of 3 groups of 6 contestants. Excuse me. Almost got my math wrong there. And, after, the first 3 weeks, when you got to know, when you think you have a better remembrance of, the 3 individuals moving on to the Super 9, after about 6 weeks going through, Group B and Group C, respectively, because, 3 weeks for Group B, 3 weeks for Group C, you're going to forget everything that the kangaroo, the turtle, and the white tiger were. Unless you legitimately wrote everything down, which I never do. Probably not the smartest thing for me. But it's still cool. So, yeah, really can't wait to see more. Although I will say though, of all the costumes I saw, I think easily the most inventive might have been the taco. I mean, it was basically a taco with all the fixings inside, but with a large tomato for the head, which is definitely a more interesting design than... Well, actually, no. It's not the most interesting taco design. That distinction goes to South Park. I really hope someone gets that reference. That was a really good episode of South Park. Well, if you don't get the reference, it was the South Park episode known as Canceled. It was actually on the Nostalgia Critics Top 11's best South Park episodes. Number 9, I believe, where basically Earth is... To the universe, Earth is like one large reality show. That's pretty cool. And there's a being that shows up in front of Stan, Kyle, Eric, or Cartman, and Kenny. And it's like, I took this form because you wouldn't be able to perceive what I really am, or what I look like, or whatever. And he's like, so you can look like anything? And he's like, yeah. How about you become a giant taco that excretes ice cream? And that's exactly what they did. Honestly, that is truly the best taco design ever. Although, actually, in the realm of animation it was. So yeah, Masked Singer taco. Coolest looking taco I've ever seen. There we go. Coolest looking taco that you were unable to eat, I should say. Now I'm thinking of that one disturbing line from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I too am eatable, but that is called cannibalism, and that is frowned upon in most societies. It's not a bad movie, but I will say that the original really is better. Come to think of it, did I ever read the book? No, in 4th grade we read the sequel. Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator. Yes, there was a sequel to Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. And the ramifications of that story are even crazier than you could ever hope to imagine. Seriously, I think in that book, all 4 of the grandparents are either back to being babies or they don't exist anymore because of a pill they take. I'm not kidding. That's what happened in the book. Yeah. Don't know how I went from... How did I go from talking about The Masked Singer to a Roald Dahl book? Man. This really is crazy. Yeah, in terms of anything else going on, we have Hot Ones. Yes. With Will Ferrell. Should be an interesting one. My question is, I guess I could probably get into what I predict Will Ferrell is going to be asked. I mean, let's be real here. At some point during the episode, Sean is going to bring up Ron Burgundy and Anchorman. I'd be stunned if that never happens at all. Though it wouldn't make for good content for tomorrow, so there's that. In terms of what else they could do, well, it would sort of go with the Ron Burgundy thing, but going over like some of Will Ferrell's most iconic roles, that'd be an interesting, take on trying to ask him stuff. I mean, Will Ferrell would be in pain from eating one of the spicier wings, and he then has to do some sort of performance as one of the characters he's done, be it again Ron Burgundy or Robert Goulet from when he was doing that on SNL. That's really good. I like that one. I think Robert Goulet is the man. Fun fact, the only reason why I know about Robert Goulet is because of Recess. Yes, that show from the 90s. Because one of the running gags of that show was that when Mikey sings, it was Robert Goulet's voice. Which added some humor. Which, here's the thing, it was funny, but because it was Robert Goulet, it was also really, really good. So, yeah. That was... Oh. I'm sad because Robert Goulet is no longer with us. Sad face. Oh, boy. Hopefully now I'll be able to go to bed relatively early because, even though The Masked Singer ended at 9, there was still some stuff I had to work on, so wasn't quite able to go to bed when I wanted to, but, in the end, I got what I needed to get done. I still had a great time watching The Masked Singer. And, again, I can't wait to see more. Honestly, I would like to look at what other people are thinking about, like, the other contestants that do make it on. For that matter, does anyone even remember some of the clues for the kangaroo, the turtle, and the white tiger from Group A? I'm genuinely curious if anyone actually wrote any of that down. Just because, again, it's going to be 5 weeks until we hear about any of them again. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if when we do get to the Super 9 and all 9 of them do perform, unless you're looking at a 2-hour episode of The Masked Singer, which they could do, you're not going to be able to see all 9 contestants in an episode. Or what they could do is, actually what they could do is after 3 weeks, after we do get to the Super 9, do sort of like an elimination tournament from each individual group. That'd be really cool. Although personally, I think they should just do what they have been on doing, just keep eliminating one by one. Sort of have like 2-hour episodes or something like that for when you get to the Super 9, until you narrow it down to like 6, and go from there. That's a lot of music to listen to. Funny thing about last night, after Tony Hawk got found out and unmasked, he ended up saying, I'm actually kind of glad you guys caught on to me because I only had like one song left and that would have been it for me, so thank you. He actually did a song by The Cure, which, he is a fan of The Cure. His wife, and when he got married, did their a Cure song was the song they had for their first dance as husband and wife. So it's really sweet. Pretty sweet. And yeah. Don't really have much else to say other than I love watching The Masked Singer. I Can wait to talk about more. Cannot wait for 11 o'clock to get here, which is going to be less than 5 hours from now. Here's hoping the 5 hours goes by quickly. Yeah, it's like just 10 after 6 when I'm doing this. And yeah, I'm sure the day will go by fast. I mean, we did get over the hump yesterday, am I right, folks? Like, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms. Turn on those notifications on YouTube. I am very humbled to make this video for all of you guys watching. Enjoy for today. I hope we all have a wonderful Thursday. You're already watching Hot Ones. And remember, for you guys that want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here in London here. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.